that on the very important on the type of different metamorphosis or the study of insect metamorphosis. So everyone know about the during the development of insect. So the insect passes from various stages. It means from the birth to maturity. So there is continuously somewhat changes occur in the body, even also the development in the various stages of insect. So this topic is very important because of this like your final examination point of view, even for the general information point of view, this metamorphosis is very important. Okay, so let's see in detail about this metamorphosis. Firstly, what is the meaning about this meta means what? It's a change. Meta means change, and morphe means to form. Morphe means form. It overall meaning is to change in form. The metamorphosis, the meaning का है ऐसे the change in form. That is the complete like the meaning of this whole word of this important and in insect development point of view. That is change in form. Okay, so that is the metamorphosis. So this origin Greek word metamorphosis like metamorphom to transform means from transform means what? So during the birth to maturity, in every stage that passes and to transform its body shape, even also the different appendages point of view, even also the different growth point of view, even segmentation point of view, even size, shape, form, like that, what may be, whatever, that there is the complete changes occur or transformation occur in insect body. That is the meaning about again. So what is the definition about this insect metamorphosis? So it's here some very simple definition here mentioned on slide. It is a series of changes. It is a series of changes that takes place during the development of an insect from egg to adult are completely process or that this completely or collectively process known as metamorphosis. It means what may be the changes. Suppose when the female lay the eggs, isn't it? जर एखाद्या फिमेल जी काही आपला इन्सेक्टची फिमेल जर एग लेईंग केल्यानंतर देर इज ऑल्सो द सम चेंजेस ऑकर. इट मीन्स when that to laying the eggs during that the eggs color also very different, and after the during the hatching period, hatching time, it's complete change. Okay, after the egg hatch, the larva comes out, nymph compounds, nair compounds, maggot come out. What may be that? I am talking about the different stages that comes under in various order. Larva, it's a common young ones of Lepidopteran. Nymph, it is a young one of Hemiptera. Nair, it is a young one of dragonfly and damselfly of Odonata. Okay, maggot, it is a young one of Diptera, isn't it? Even also the grub, I am talking about the grub. It is a young one of Coleoptera. So here that this all that were the different young ones or from the egg. So there is some changes occur. That means that there is the changes takes place. Why? It's required the development. It requires the growth of an insect. So it is starting from the egg laying. It is starting from egg laying to till or to become as a adult point of view, and this whole process that is known as a metamorphosis. Okay, and it is a marked or complete change of character on the basis of its appearance, its shape, its size, different condition, even external character point of view. This all are the different changes occur in case of this insect. This whole process called as the metamorphosis. Okay, so are you understand this concept? Is it okay or understood or not? Give reply. Okay, so again, let's continue our lecture. Now the next one. So in this insect metamorphosis, have the different types of metamorphosis. But before we going to learn about this type, so I would like to share some basic information of metamorphosis. Actually, during the growth or during the metamorphosis of insect, so there is the three major fundamental principles of insect. Which are these three major fundamentals of principles? Like first one, growth. Obviously, growth is occur in insect. Even also there is the second principle is the differentiation. Differentiation means body differentiation. And lastly, third principle is a reproduction. So this is the major three basic fundamentals principle that which underlying in the insect metamorphosis. So where the growth occur, anyone try to give the answer? You all just to minutely just to imagine that to imagine and to take minutely observation on the growth. Where that the growth occur? Anyone that try to give the answer? कुणाला सांगू शकताय की तुम्ही ग्रोथ कुठं बघणार? फॉर एक्झाम्पल जस्ट टू टेक अवर ह्युमन बिंग एक्झाम्पल, आपण एक ह्युमन बिंगचं आपण एक एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. मला सांगा, जेव्हा बाळाचा जन्म होतो, जन्म झाल्यानंतर ग्रोथ कुठून चालू होतं? फ्रॉम दी बर्थ, isn't it? It means from the larval stage, from the young one stage, from the childhood, isn't it? So that is the growth where occur that observed in larval stages or young one stages. Now, differentiation in insect. Second principle about the differentiation. Differentiation means, so during the after the growth is completed, whenever in the larval stage form, and then its larval stage going to the next stage that is called as the pupal stage, isn't it? In this pupal stage, so actually there is the differentiation occur. It means there is the formation of different body part, compound eyes, antenna, legs, wings, and other differentiation, head, thorax, and abdomen. All this process occur in pupal stage. So this is the second principle where complete in the pupal stage, that is called as a differentiation. Okay. Now which principle now remains? Reproduction. That lastly reproduction, obviously this reproduction takes place in last stage in case of adult stage. So this is the three major or fundamentals principle of that comes under in metamorphosis. Okay, now we start our the types of metamorphosis. Someone given message in chat box, larval. Okay, you tried, good, no problem. Okay, so you hope you understood these three principles. Now, the major types of insect metamorphosis here that on slide, that are the major types is ametabola first. Okay, it is a metabola. Second one, that is a hemimetabola. Metabola. Second one, hemimetabola. Third one, holometabola. Fourth one, intermediate metamorphosis. And lastly, hypermetabola. These are the major 5 types of insect metamorphosis. Student, this types is very important because many of these questions that there is a chances to ask in your exam, that which the different example point of view and as a type of metamorphosis point of view. Okay, so first one by one we'll discuss. That is the first one. That is a metabola, that is called as a no metamorphosis. It is a no metamorphosis. So what is this metabola? Actually, student, in this metabola or no metamorphosis types generally occur in insect, silverfish. Generally, in case of example, silverfish, Thizanura, Colembola, Rochura, and Diplora. These all pterygoid insect. There is the metabola or no metamorphosis takes place. Which types that comes under in this insect like pterygoid? There is Thysanura, Colembola, Brochura, silverfish. Okay, this all are comes under this metamorph. How? Because when this metamorphosis undergo, there is the no complete no changes occur. Only some slightly changes, like little. We can say there is a little external change. Here, external change, that is little, but it is not that to complete. There is the little external change, but where in the form of young one. Just you all observe in this young one. Look at this. Just to changes in external, like in the size, but there is a no changes from different in like a growth and other. Only size point of view, there is the some changes occur. And during the each development of this insect, of this silverfish, there is the three stages that passes. That is a egg stage, young one stage, and adult stage. Okay, so this whole process where that going inside this silverfish or this type of insect. So there is when this insect hatch the eggs, the insect come out, and this appearance or that all this external appearance or its morphological character is same is in the adult stage also. Okay, except size. Okay, and these all are the when it is in the form of this very less size, that is called as the juvenile, that is the young one. Okay, so only the size point of view, so there is the no changes occur. Only that size there is the that slightly changes, that means the called as a little external changes. Okay, and this young one during the growth to till adult, it's look like same. There is a no like different character. There is the all are the similarity occur. And during the whole life, there is the continuously molting occur. There is a non-stop molting. Continuous molting means what? There is the shading of old skin and formation of new one, that is called as a molting. But this is the metabolus or no metamorphosis type of first uh, uh, type of this metabola, or we can say in another way, there is a no metamorphosis. Because why? There is the no changes, only slightly size point of view there is the changes, but all are the resemble same. Okay, it's the silverfish. Now hemimetabola, it's hemimetabola means what? The insect here comes like grasshopper, different bugs, and different sucking insect that comes under in hemimetabolous insect. Okay, so here also this hemimetabola type of metamorphosis known as incomplete metamorphosis. Known as incomplete. Ametabola, no metamorphosis. Ametabola, no metamorphosis. And hemimetabolous, it is known as incomplete metamorphosis or direct metamorphosis or simple metamorphosis. I'm talking three different name of this hemimetabola. That is, it is also called as, incomplete, direct, direct, or simple metamorphosis, known as hemimetabolous. Example: grasshopper, bugs, cockroaches, cricket, damselfly, dragonfly, grasshopper, aphids, jacid, bugs. Because of here, lot of insect that comes under, because insect complete their post-embryonic development without assuming much striking morphological character. It means what? When the eggs hatch, when the egg hatch and these nymphs come out, so there is no changes, only slightly there is the some morphological point of view, only few character there is the absent in nymph. Okay, and then maturity when formed in adult stage, so there is a complete development. So why? There is the only three stages in whole life of this hemimetabolous insect, that is egg, nymph, and adult. Okay, so what is, there is the difference, or there is the what is, which are these similarity point of view, which are these dissimilarity point of view, just we discuss on. First, let's see the young one. जर आपण young one ला जर बघितलं, after the hatching from egg, it's called as a nymph. Young one, it is called as a nymph. Okay, and when the nymph, naiad, okay, wriggler also. I'm talking about the different names that comes under in nymph, because dragonfly here mentioned, here dragonfly and themselves fly. Example is the young one known as a naiad, NAID, grasshopper, cockroach, crickets, aphid, jacinth, different bugs are called as a nymph. समजत आहे मी काय सांगतोय?
Yes, sir.
ओके. निम्फ म्हटलं तर फक्त ग्रॉसहॉपर, कॉकरोच, क्रिकेट्स, ऍफिड, जासीड, बग्सच्या ह्याच्यात. मात्र नायड म्हटलं, नायड म्हणजे काय? इट इज ऑल्सो द यंग वन स्टेज, बट हेअर इन ड्रॅगन फ्लाय themselves fly. Okay, so now nymph have same mode of life with the adult point of view. Same mode of life like resembles to adult. प्रौढ जसा असतो तसाच यंग वनची सुद्धा बिहेवियर असतं. मग त्या बिहेवियर मध्ये इन केस ऑफ दिस बिहेवियर लाईक द फीडिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू, हिअर द फीडिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू हॅबिट ऑल्सो द सेम विथ अडल्ट. Food and habitat same with the adult, only where difference occur in neem, only where in this neem there is the neem does not or do not possesses a wing. मात्र ज्या वेळेस हा निम्पल स्टेज असतं, यंग वन स्टेज असतं हेमी मेटाबोलस मध्ये, त्यावेळेस की निम्पला यंग वनला उडण्यासाठी विंग्स नसतात. Even also reproductive organ also not completely developed where in nymphal stage until they turn into the full grown adult. जोपर्यंत ते पूर्णपणे अडल्ट होणार नाही तोपर्यंत these are the some points, these are the some point of view, there is some lacuna in case of this nymph, but overall this all body looking resemble same with the adult. Even external appearance also with the same as adult. Even feeding habitat, living habitat same. Even damage causing injury point of view same. Only the few are exceptional in adults and youth. Okay, it is also called as a gradual metamorphosis. यालाच gradual metamorphosis सुद्धा म्हणतात, because it's directly that passes a adult stage, isn't it? Wing development here externally, याच्यामध्ये विंग्स जे फॉर्म होतात ते आउटसाइड होतात. That's way it is called as a exopterygota. We learned already in last previous lectures. So what is exopterygote, endopterygote, we learned already. So this is externally wings appearance or formation known as exopterygota. There is a no resting stage. There is a no resting stage or transitional phase for the transformation into adult. Obviously here only याच्यामध्ये जर बघितलं तर साहजिकच आहे की तीन स्टेज आहे, एग, nymph and adult. So there is a resting stage completely absent, and this resting stage known as, anyone try to give answer? कुणाला कोणी सांगू शकता कुठली रेस्टिंग स्टेज असेल याच्यामध्ये?
प्युपा.
यस, व्हेरी गुड. प्युपा याच्यामध्ये नसणार. सो हियर वी कॅन यू कॅन राईट हियर ऑल्सो whenever you that to place your exam. Pupal stage absent, there is no resting stage of pupa, okay, while during or while transformation into the adult form. So that is the overall the hemimetabola or direct metamorphosis or incomplete metamorphosis, isn't it? So this is complete information about this hemimetabola. Okay, so these are these major second types of metamorphosis. If we see this picture, okay, so look at this is the egg stage. When eggs passes or hatch, the young one come out. This is the young one, and this called as a young one name. This is also the name, this is also the name, but in between there is a no one, the one stage that is the resting stage, that is a pupa. And if you see, if you observe this whole from nymphal to adult, it looks like same, it is resembles with the adult, isn't it? So that's when these are the three stages passes whenever that two going the development or whatever there is the development or growth occur. In case of this bug, this is the red cotton bug insect, and where that this type of the simple metamorphosis. Now another example of grasshopper. Okay, when this the grasshopper lay the eggs up to the 5 centimeter depth in the soil. हे बघा सॉइल मध्ये असं eggs uthika, that is a uthika, that is a egg cell when insert, okay, and when the larva come out or young one come out, it is a after the egg laying this, then the young one come out and this young one becomes again formation of adult. This is also the second example of in case of this grasshopper. Here are only three stages. Another example, this is also the grasshopper metamorphosis. How to they lay the eggs inside the soil, then young one come out, then again young one. So here young one when come out, there is the absent of wings, बघा याच्यात wings नाहीये. But in case of this, when it is adult form, there is the wings formation, genital organ here, that is the complete development. Here genital organ, here not genital organ, that development takes place. Even also this immature stage of this grasshopper, here not fully developed the antenna also. This is also the one information regarding these some exceptional like difference that present in between the adult and nymph. But in case of adult, there is fully developed of antenna and other appendages. This is the gradual changes that occur in hemimetabolous insect. If you see this whole eggs, nymph, and later on, in each stages there is some slightly changes only, that it is external appearance also same, except there is a no like a not present of wings here slightly develop, and then later on when it becomes a adult, here's the fully wings develop. Okay, even this other point of view, that the size point of view and other appendages point of view, this is the gradual changes in the nymph. Okay, that is called as a gradual metamorphosis. Now the third type known as a holometabola. Holometabola म्हणजे काय? Holo means complete metamorphosis. It is also called as complete metamorphosis, complex metamorphosis. In hemimetabola, direct, okay, and here that indirect, and there simple, and here complex. Okay, that is the holometabola. So here that is much striking morphological changes, lot of morphological changes that occur in this complete metamorphosis or holometabolous insect. Generally these all are comes under in the lepidoptera, coleoptera, even diptera, isn't it? Like even hymenoptera, that all that insect that takes place, that the complete metamorphosis and known as holometabola. Here all. So why I'm talking about this lepidoptera? Because example of lepidoptera is butterfly, moth. Why I'm talking that coleoptera? Examples of beetles and weevils. Why I'm talking about this different diptera? Because different true flies like house fly, even mosquito, even fruit fly, that comes under in that diptera. Why I'm talking about this hymenoptera? कारण मी सांगितलं होतं hymenoptera मध्ये honeybees येतं, wasp येतं. These are the example, and here this holometabola types comes. Okay, actually why this insect passes, or we can say whenever this insect complete the life cycle into the four stages. Which are these four? That's egg stage, larval stage, pupal stage, and finally it form a adult stage. So it whenever this insect complete the life cycle, so it's required that four stages, that larval stage, pupal stage, and egg stage and adult stage. And here somewhat the difference than the hemimetabola, like wings pad or wings development internally. Obviously it is an endopterygote insect or endopterygota here form, and the immature stage are called as larvae and has entirely different feeding habits, and has a entirely feeding different habits. Are you observed that larva and adult that to feed on same food? तुम्ही बघितलं की फुलपाखरू, आपण त्याला बटरफ्लाय म्हणतो किंवा मॉथ म्हणतो, किंवा आपलं लार्वा ज्याला आपण अळी अवस्था म्हणतो, हे एकाच फूडवर खात असताना तुम्ही कधी बघितलं का? व्हॉट आय एम टॉकिंग? आय एम ट्राइंग टू इंटरॅक्ट यू बट नो वन गिव्हिंग रिप्लाय. इट मीन्स
Yes, sir.
तुम्ही कधी बघितलं का लार्वा जी अळी आहे आणि फुलपाखरू हे दोन्ही स्टेज एकाच फुलाला खाताना कधी बघितलं का?
No, sir.
Obviously, there is the feeding habitat is same or different.
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 Competition here occur or competition totally reduce?
Competition reduce, sir.
Yes, obviously. So this is overall that competition point of view, even also the feeding point of view, even also habitat point of view, that we can say the living place. It is totally entirely different in case of while feeding habit, even habitats form, and this all are the adult and larvae, even pupa. These are the totally different. Even here, in case of this holometabola, there is one resting stage, or we can say resting phase or transitional phase, where actually the known as pupa, and actually there is the differentiation of body occur where in the pupal stage. This is complete metamorphosis of the type of known as holometabola. Okay, now next one, how to its look like. This is the coleopteran insect. हा coleopteran insect आहे, that is the beetle of ladybird beetle. When this ladybird beetle lay the eggs after grubs and then pupa and then again it is adult form. Now next stage about this lepidoptera, when this butterfly lay the eggs, egg hatch, first larval stage, or we can say the first molting, first transition stage, first transformation stage. बघा त्या फिगर मध्ये जर तुम्ही बघितलं त्याच्यामध्ये किती छान असं इन्सेक्टची डेव्हलपमेंट चालू आहे. म्हणजे इट इज अ फर्स्ट स्टेज व्हेन एव्हर दिस एग हॅच अँड इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ फर्स्ट लार्वल स्टेज, और वी कॅन से द फर्स्ट इन्स्टार. इन्स्टार म्हणतो आपण याला, इन्स्टार सुद्धा म्हणतो, फर्स्ट इन्स्टार, or we can say first small, because it's slightly just starting to remove of skin and to transport to next stage and known as the second instar, or we can say the second mold, or we can say the second stage of larvae. Then again slightly again old skin removed and it becomes a more size, and to increase the size and also the formation of the other appendages and growth, and we can say the third instar larvae or third mode. Again this larval stage again to form that to complete four stages, and then it becomes a fifth stages, and actually here that to transformation stage, or we can say to transport whenever this insect comes in the molting for the pupal stage, and this pupal stage to again there is the resting stage known as pupa, and this pupa where the differentiation of body occur, and later on it becomes a adult. This is the complete metamorphosis known as holometabola in case of Lepidoptera. Example is butterfly moth. This is also the butterfly stage. Here also that egg, larvae, pupa, and then adult stage that occur by this butterfly and moth. Okay, this is also the simple metamorphosis point of view, that one here figure, and how to differentiate between these two, that complete and simple, that is a hemimetabola and holometabola. Here egg, then nymphal and adult. Direct metamorphosis. Here the complex egg, then larva, then pupa. Here the complex, that is the differentiation, and later on it becomes a adult stage. So these are the some difference in between these two. Okay, what is meaning about this hypermetamorphosis? Another type of metamorphosis known as a hypermetamorphosis. It is very important here all. This is very important types of metamorphosis. Actually, what this type of metamorphosis development present in the coleopteran insect of blister beetle. या ब्लिस्टर बिटल इन्सेक्ट मध्ये अशा प्रकारचं काही चेंजेस आहे की नॉट सेम इन दिस होलो, नॉट सेम इन दिस hemi, because there is like something different, or we can say the peculiar type of development, peculiar type, or that's having the some important or some of this specific or some of the different type. Okay, so two or more types of larvae form याच्यामध्ये बघा. कारण तुम्ही जर बघितलं की if you seen these previous types of metamorphosis, there is the same type of larvae. Okay, but here actually the hypermetamorphosis type of metamorphosis, there is somewhat the different types of larvae form, isn't it, during the development or during the completion of life cycle of this insect of blister beetle. हा ब्लिस्टर बिटल मध्ये याच्यामध्ये दोन प्रकारच्या टाइप्स मेटामॉर्फोसिसच्या टाइप्स होतात. Peculiar means somewhat different, or somewhat like we can say the transformation. During the transformation there is a slightly some different that another like another one when we learn, so there is the some like different. Okay, peculiar means आपण म्हणू शकतो त्याला एक इम्पॉर्टंट म्हणा किंवा त्याला एक वेगळ्या प्रकारचा त्याच्यामध्ये peculiar development होतो. Okay, so now, so here this majority of these cases, the first larval that instar means it is a form of larvae. It is a form of larvae. Instar means it is a form of larvae. And whenever this egg hatch and the larva come out, properly give attention to everyone what I am talking. So when the larva come out, okay, when the larva come out, first larval stage is in the form of campodiform. Don't worry, I'm talking about, I'm clear your idea. Campodiform, and then subsequent larval form. Then what may be the remaining larval stage? It depends on types and mode of life of the larva. It means what? The first larval instar is in the form of campodiform. I am definitely I'm showing you what is the campodiform and what is the scarabidiform. फक्त एवढंच लक्षात घ्या की पहिल्यांदा तो जो लार्वल टाइप असतो तो कॅम्पोडिफॉर्म असतो, म्हणजे फ्लॅट एंड असतो, डॉर्सो वेंट्रली फ्लॅट एंड असतो, असं स्लाइटली नॅरो असतो, पॉइंटेड असतो, and even also this campodiform larvae is in the form like predator point of view, predator type of larval form. Okay, that is called as the campodiform. And then it becomes a scarabidiform. Scarabidiform is the sluggish and then C shape and swollen like a larvae, that is a scarabidiform. Okay, so this is occur in case of this hypermetamorphosis. Okay, because of larva passes through totally different instar. म्हणजेच काय की यामधली जी हायपरमेटामॉर्फोसिस टाइप मध्ये जेव्हा डेव्हलपमेंट होत असताना की लार्वल जे स्टेजेस आहे हा वेगवेगळ्या डिफरंट इन्स्टार मधून ती लाईफ सायकल कंप्लीट करत असते. मग वेगवेगळ्या लाईफ सायकल मध्ये कंप्लीट करत असताना की पहिली लार्वल स्टेज कुठली, तर कॅम्पोडिफॉर्म. later on when subsequent larval will remain, it is formed by the scarabidiform. This is the larval type. What I am talking, campodiform and scarabidiform काय आहे, हे सगळे लार्वल टाइप्स आहे. अळीचे हे पूर्ण टाइप्स आहे. म्हणजे लार्वा मध्ये सुद्धा वेगवेगळे टाइप्स, campodiform, scarabidiform, even also the eucephalus, different types. Okay, so like that the campodiform, like polypod larva, protopod larva, isn't it? So this is the two types that occur in case of blister beetle during the completion of life cycle. This is overall this campodiform and scarabidiform. When is egg hatch, firstly dorso-ventrally narrow and that flattened shape, that thoracic long of this campodiform, and when it becomes a next larvae, that is a C shape, and it becomes a sluggish and slightly swollen and known as a C shape, that is called as a scarabidiform. This is the two types of larval stages formed in different instar of hypermetamorphosis. Okay, intermediate metamorphosis means what? In this case, insect may undergoes either hemi or whole, either complex or either simple, or either that direct or either complete. that is known as a intermediate metamorphosis. And this called as there is a short pupal stage, because why? In case of the hollow metamorphosis there is the pupal stage, but in case of the hemi there is a no metamorphosis. But in case of this coccyid insect, even thrips insect, there is intermediate metamorphosis takes place of example. So dear all, this is overall our today's topic. Hope you understood. Okay, so anyone have doubt or query, so just to clear it,